So long time no see. It has been some months. I don't even know how many, maybe 3? 4. Oh my God. It has been about 4 months since the last time that I recorded an episode. In that episode, I was like, at the end, if you haven't heard it, go and listen to it. I was referring to some beautiful experiences and like new things on the horizon for myself and big projects. And how do I feel so giggly about this? And to be honest, the big project is, drum roll, I'm pregnant. Woo! Y'all want to see my bump? Yes. Oh, so yes, as you can see, I am so excited. And this has been such a beautiful journey. So it's a girl. For those of you who were inquiring or curious. And yeah, so I forget how many months I was back then. I've been pregnant for a very long time. So anyway, but I don't think I was really showing. If I can recall, I had on that green like tennis skirt outfit, and I had like I hit a bump, but not really. I really didn't have a bump for a very long time, and then boom, she was like, yeah, I'm out here. So that is that. This is, like I said, it's been such a beautiful journey. I'm so excited to meet her and just all the things. I'm just excited. So anyway, and we're excited. My husband's excited too. I'm saying me because it's, I'm on here, but he's excited too. So today's episode will be called Making Space, New Beginnings. And I felt like this was a very fitting topic to talk about. We're in January. We're, in the season of making New Year's plans and affirmations, vision boards, the whole 9, and what that looks like. Because essentially, January is the start of the year, and we'll have, the rest of the year to progress, move forward, and do our thing. And as I reflect on 2025, I can't help but to think about a lot of the decisions that I had to make. And regardless of me being pregnant or not, I'll say 90% of them had nothing to do with that. I think it honestly was just me very much for the first time being able to make choices, creative choices that were really in alignment with me, where I want to go, what I want to do, what I see for myself. Do I have the capacity for this? The whole 9. And if I sound hoarse, I am a little hoarse. I got a little cold, so sorry about that. But it was very refreshing. And so I just wanted to talk to y'all about that today, because I feel like we should always be making space for new beginnings and endings, essentially, because for something to begin, something else has to end. And that's just the way that it is. So first thing I want to talk about is letting go. So this past year, I had a lot of opportunities coming my way. And I had a lot of things that I was already a part of. And each time I had to kind of reflect and think like, is this for me? Is this not for me? Where is this going? I'm tired of this. I love this. I want more of this, and that sort of honesty just really allowed me to make the sort of choices necessary to let go. And I'll be honest, as a creative, I personally had spent the majority of my career saying yes. Yes, I would love to do that. Yes, I would love to work on a project. Yes, I would love to go to grad school. Yes, I would love to, work for your company. Yes, I would love to, do X, Y, and Z. And there were some no's along the way, but for the most part, even like freelance projects. Yes, I can make a, site for you. Just the whole nine. I had always lived my life saying yes. And I could definitely reflect and remember a lot of those yeses post, the project being finished or whatever. I was like burnt out. Or I was like, I don't want to work with that type of client. Or I was like, oh my God, this is like a game changer. I love this. I love this company. I want to work with them. But either way, each of those yeses taught me something about saying no and letting go, essentially. And so this year, as I was making those choices about, what aligns with where I'm trying to go, how am I trying to be intentional about the things that I needed to do, I was able to kind of hone in on those past experiences and realize like, oh wow, it really taught me something. And I'm not obligated to say yes, and also I don't live in a what is it called? I don't have a scarcity mindset. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm sad that this isn't working out, but that doesn't mean that another thing won't work out either. It just means that this isn't working out, but there is technically an infinite amount of opportunities, possibilities, all of that. And so, yeah. And I think as a creative, it's just really important to hone in on that and to know like, hey, if something doesn't align with where I'm going, I am allowed to say no. I don't have to hold firm to anything. There was a really big project that I was a part of last year that I was able, to receive, be commissioned for, whatever. And at the time I was like, okay, this is great, da 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 da. And then unfortunately along the way, the timeline just did not align with the way that I wanted to function and how I was able to function. And on top of that, I sat back and I took full accountability for this. I realized that the project scope had just grown exponentially and I wasn't able to come through. Like, I just wasn't. And I felt so bad about that because I was like, I'm not a blamer. So I always feel like regardless of what's going on around me, regardless of what the other circumstances or whatever may be, I'm going to try my best to do the things that I need to do because honestly, that's all that really matters. How am I showing up? How am I doing X, Y, and Z, And I was really honest. I was like, wow, I just don't have the capacity for this. I don't think that I have anything that this, requires and able to get this done in a manner that I would like to. Professionalism, timely manner, the whole nine. And I prayed about it and I let it go, took accountability or whatever. And it worked out. And I was like, dang. That's the thing about fear. It's always so scary when it's up here. But then when you do the scary thing, you be like, is this what I was really so fearful of? And that's exactly how I felt. But long story short, it worked out. I didn't burn any bridges. And I look forward to whatever big projects I have next. I just think that moving forward, I will definitely make sure to be realistic. Is this something I can handle? Not, I can do whatever I can do it all. I can do this. Because let me tell it. Okay, I'm Wonder Woman out here. And that is not true. Okay. So learn to let go. And then another thing, when you let go of things that are not in alignment with you, in return, you can't do nothing but get things that are in alignment. That's just the way that it works. I'm a Christian personally. I believe in God. If you are like a universe believer, whatever, I totally get it. But you will be rewarded. That's just the way that life goes. You will be rewarded for trusting in yourself, recognizing what you need as a person, and holding firm to that. You will be rewarded in relationships. You will be rewarded in opportunities. You will be rewarded in peace of mind. And those are three of the many things that will, show you how, hey, X, Y, and Z, I'm letting go, but I'm making space once again for all of these other wonderful things to come through that actually fit the things that I want. So I was like, wow, I dealt with that a lot, so much in 2025, and I'm sure I'll be dealing with that forever, but the growth is real. And I was like, dang, old me would have held, and then too, it'd be ego a little bit, pride. Giving up on a huge major project? What? Letting it go, like, just the thought of that really just, I was just like, I hate that. And that's why I have said yes to so many things. And like, once again, just in hindsight, I was like, dang, I shouldn't have did that. Dang, I burnt out. Dang, this got me rethinking my design career, like, for real. Like, so release is good. It makes room, it makes space. In lieu of me talking about quitting, everything is about perspective. So in my mind, I've decided to reframe quitting as just being more intentional about what I put my energy into. Point blank, period. And I think that is one of the most intentional forms of, thinking, of decision making, of design that I think I've ever put myself into. Like, does this make sense? Does this align? Once again, asking myself those questions and being honest. Like, I don't have time to be sugarcoating things for myself. What makes sense? What doesn't make sense? Am I going down a path that I even want to go to? And recognizing it's okay to quit. If you're like me, you're like, quitting, like, it's a bad word. But I'm here to tell you, it's like I said one no, and next thing I know, baby, I was knowing it. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Nah, I can't go over there. Nah, and it started showing up in a lot of different places. Whereas I would have just tolerated and been a little, pissy about it later on. I was like, oh, I don't have to do that. I don't have to go there. I don't have to tolerate so and so's behavior. I don't have to be a part of this. I don't have to, And then on the flip side, oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, me saying no to that, now I'm able to identify what I want to say yes to and not feel bad about it, And I'm telling you, all of this fits everywhere. It just may as well be anything that I'm saying blank. You can do relationships. You can do work. You can say creative projects. You can say hell, in your personal style. Okay, the things that you are choosing to wear or not wear, just understand that you can change your mind, and that is okay, and that you do not have to hold on to something to see it through. You don't have to endure anything. And that was something that I don't know why this year, 2025 gave me all of these epiphanies, but I was like, you don't have to endure anything. And I have seen so many people that live lives that look very carefree, and not that they just be chilling, but they just don't put themselves in a lot of stressful situations. Yeah, because they're not enduring anything. they're not holding on to nothing that's making them stressed out. They're like, yeah, this, and I'm not saying just quit at any sign of things getting rough. I'm just saying, like, after a while, you can look at a situation and be like, yeah, this is just no good for me. Um, what am I doing? This makes no sense. I tried. I prayed on it. I thought about it. I asked for advice. I went to therapy. I gave it a go. I, got a good night's rest. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and there is nothing wrong with letting it go. Just quitting, just being like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Nothing's gonna happen. The only thing that will happen is you letting go of whatever wasn't in alignment is gonna make space for all the things that are in alignment to make its way to you. And I think that can be a hard pill to swallow if you've been the type of person like me that's just, once again, been holding so firm to stuff and having a, scarcity mindset. You just don't believe that it can get better. And I think that's a very human thing, especially, certain environments, what we've been dealt, the cards we've been dealt in life, just how things have presented itself to us. It's real easy, but I'm here to tell you, you will be rewarded. Things will make sense. Life will move on and you will be okay. And before you know it, you'll see yourself in spaces, making decisions, and feeling freer and having more space to make the choices that you need to make so that you can do the things that you actually need to do. So when I say all of that, yeah, I got more time. I have more mental capacity because I just ain't been saying yes to everything. I have peace of mind because I said no to that opportunity that was going to have me stressed out, burnt out, stretched out, okay? Just out here losing my edges. So, right. So, in all of that, making space, new beginnings, honoring yourself, learning to let go, quitting isn't bad. It's actually intentional. I want to kind of chat about what I think about the next season of my life, because becoming a mom, being a creative, having, things like this, I do the podcast, I keep my hand in a bunch of pots. What does that look like? And for me, I just feel like I'm just shifting into a new season, and it's a very exciting season. Definitely going to have to balance a lot more, but I feel like already in a lot of different ways, becoming a parent, has taught me a lot about just shifting my priorities. What's important? What's not important? What can I do? What can I not do? Is that safe? Like, I really wasn't thinking a lot of those thoughts before. I just kind of made space for everything because I was just like, well, why not? And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think those choices led me to be in the spaces that I am in now. But as you grow, as you evolve, you're supposed to be reflective, about the things that you've done and what that looks like now and if that fits. So I think it just all makes sense. I think my life was just heading into this direction of being more intentional, really being thoughtful about the things that I'm doing, where I'm going, how I'm doing it. And yeah, I hope to inspire my daughter, as she sees me and sees her mom making decisions and, being a working creative. And, if she's into creativity, her dad's creative. So she's probably like, it's just destined for me. Mind you, I do believe in letting children, like your kids or whatever, decide what they want to be. Just because mama likes to be creative and daddy does too, baby, you don't have to do that. So I will say that. That's my own little spiel. I do not like that. I feel like that's why a lot of people get into careers that they hate, because their parents were just so like, you need to be this because I was this, and then they do it. And then it might be lucrative, it might be whatever, but they're like, I've been a lawyer for so long, but I want to be a baker. I really want to bake cakes. I really, really, really want to open a taco stand or whatever the case may be. Of course, it's food related, but in my mind, but just that happens. So I want her to feel free and to do the things that make sense to her, that are in alignment with where she wants to go with her little bitty self. So that's the season that I'm in, and I hope this all makes sense. Just been doing a lot of reflecting. I look forward to the content that I'll continue to make. I feel like if anything, it'll just be even more richer, even in terms of the depth of the content, and the types of content as well, because I think being a mom is such an honor. Because I'm not gonna lie. So I'm excited about it. But yeah, just shifting priorities, and also with this new season, just approaching things very gentle. There are a lot of times where I think to myself, I was like, wow, I was really like hardcore going for it at the beginning of my career. Like going back to me not saying no. Like, I wouldn't consider myself an opportunist, but I just feel like I just was being granted a lot of really good opportunities, and I was very excited about it. And I was very much like present. I'm on time. I'm doing the things that I need to do. My eyes are open. I'm receptive. I'm in grad school. I'm learning. I'm, like, okay, I'm getting, as I, got more in tune with myself, I found myself making my way back to painting, and then that led me to being back into illustrating, and then got a mural, and I was just like, whoa, all of these things are making sense, because along the way I'm staying true to myself, but even still I was a little hardcore with going after opportunities, or rather accepting the opportunities that were coming to me. And I mean, I think that's just a part of living. And like I said, once you've been doing something for so long, I think you do get to that point where you are more reflective. You are able to say, hey, I did X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to do that again. But I think this season does require me to be a lot more gentle in my approach, a lot more gentle in terms of giving myself grace, and just a lot more gentle in terms of my capacity, and recognizing that things look different. I'm not less talented. Nothing is less. It's just making space and really sticking to that, however that comes up in my life. So once again, I'm so excited. I look forward to uploading all the new content that I have planned, making that content. I've already made some of it. Since I've been pregnant, and especially since I'm nearing towards the end of my pregnancy, I just haven't been going to many places like that. Like, I've just kind of been wanting to be home, because it's cozy, it's safe, it's wintertime presently. I'm like, I ain't trying to be out in these streets freezing. Okay, me and my girl gotta stay warm. Okay, so I just making a lot of DIY content with the nursery. I'm super excited about that. Just so many ideas. I'm just like, oh my God, I just feel like my brain is always just, oh, you do that, and you can do that, and you can do that. And once again, just making space for it, recognizing what's in alignment, what's not. Like, do I really want to do that, or do I want to do this? Do I really want to make TikToks? I don't think so. I can't see myself being a TikTok girly. Do I consume TikTok? Absolutely. I have a social media timer on my phone right now because TikTok does it for me. I'm not gonna lie. But do I want to make content? No. I think I just like being on there to consume. I do like YouTube as a platform. I do, because I feel like I can just do just about everything I want to do on here, as well as Instagram. I know people say Instagram is dead, but my belief is I post for myself. If you ever see like, oh, what do it show a green dot? It has something to show you that a person is on Instagram. Trust and believe. I'm looking through my own pictures. I'm looking through my own highlights. If I uploaded a story, don't have me looking good on the story, because I'm going to be looking at my story. I'm going to be looking at who hearted it. I don't really care about the hearts, but I see you. Okay, if you heart my story, just got a lot of stuff coming. Once again, making space, new beginnings, never be afraid to quit. Do what's in alignment for you. Be honest with yourself. Be intentional about the work that you do, the relationships you have, the spaces that you place yourself, because all of those things really matter. And I think you'll be all right. It's good to evolve. It's good to say no. It's good to be in new spaces of life where you don't feel desperate. I mean, desperate is such a nasty word, but honestly, I mean, when you be like, I can't do this because if I don't do this, somebody else gonna have it. You desperate. I get it, but that's what it's giving. You will be rewarded for recognizing that there is an infinite amount of possibilities, and with that, you don't have to be afraid to do what you need to do for you. So this has been good, y'all. I can't wait till the next episode. Tell me what you think. Comment down below if you've ever had to let go. If you're working on letting go and learning how to let go, what that looks like, quitting, the whole thing. I know all of that is just such uncomfortable feelings, but it's free. On the other side of that fear is an uncomfortableness. It's so much freedom to do the things that you actually want, and to place yourself in spaces that you actually need to be, and to hold yourself accountable and recognize that you don't have the capacity, or that you're unable to do whatever. It's definitely a big lesson. Definitely a big lesson that I learned this past year. And I hope this is, inspirational, exciting, all the things. But until next time, see y'all.